I don't have any more water left. I'm not going to do any timestamps other than just in name and not in deed only. So timestamp for no timestamps. No timestamp. And I'm going to be opening up a game. And it's got a little bit of tear that I can actually see in the box. But you know what? I don't care because I have something else other than the box to hold it in. That's right. I have an insane organizer from Joe. This is like a page from the Necronomicon. And I am so excited to build this at some point. So Joe and I have had an ongoing discourse where he is very big into two different games. He really enjoys Marvel Champions and he really enjoys Arkham Horror. And he likes them at different player counts. Depending on the player count, he's not going to play one over the other. And Arkham Horror is a game, like this card game, I am familiar with this game. As I said, I think it was maybe either already like this or the stress of being packaged along with these big, beefy wooden dividers. This is an ongoing or a living card game. And I've already played it before. Unfathomable. Ew, I did not like Unfathomable. Zero interest in that game. Did not like that game. Let's just put that off to the side. Anyways, I've played this game. I've played Arkham Horror. I did enjoy it. And on the flip side of things, see, look, it's got all of this space in here for all of these cards and stuff like that that you can get across all of the phases or cycles. However, I don't need that because I've got this fantastic organizer that all of that can go in. And so it's a card game that is in the world of Arkham Horror, in the Lovecraftian universe underneath Fantasy Flight. It, alongside Marvel Champions and a couple other games, I think one of them is Lord of the Rings. It exists in continuing expansions, phases, stories, cycles. It goes on and on and on. It goes on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on. So it says a card game of arcane mystery and supernatural terror for 1 to 4 players. And I really, to me, this was my favorite of the Fantasy Flight interpretations of the Arkham world, the Arkham universe that they have, or their take on Lovecraftian horror. I really like Cthulhu Death May Die from Simon. I had a lot of fun playing that one. But this is my favorite version of the Arkham universe from Fantasy Flight games. So I'm excited to try this out. As you can see, there's not a lot to unbox. It is really just a bunch of cards because it's a card game. And you've got characters and their decks. So you've got Wendy Adams, Agnes Baker, Skids O'Toole, Daisy Walker, and Roland Banks. When we played as Roland Banks and Wendy Adams are the two that we played. I didn't play the ex-con, the librarian, or the waitress. So when I played with my friend, these are the two characters that we played with. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, so then you have, these are the different stories that you have going on. And this is, I think, like an event and item deck stuff. We played, I think, The Gathering and Midnight Masks. I think we played the first two situations, scenarios, stories, whatever you want to call them. So we played those first two whenever I first played. But it's been so long now. It's been quite a number of years, maybe 4 years or so. So I'm going to go back through them and play them again. I'm excited to check it out. It gives you the campaign set up for Night of the Zealot. So, you know, you go through The Gathering first, then the Midnight Masks, and part 3, The Devourer Below, which was this one. Yeah, that's the part I didn't finish. But I do kind of remember what happened-ish in this in terms of the house that you go and investigate. So I am very curious to jump back into this. You also have a bag that you build out with certain modifiers based off of the difficulty of the campaign that you are going into. And so I'm definitely intrigued to jump back into this. But Nice, lovely sound there. However, the thing that I am excited the most about, and kind of going back to that video where I was discussing deluxeification when I was looking at Dune Imperium and re-sleeving that, is my first thing I always want to go to with deluxeification of a game. If I'm adding more money into a game than I paid for the game itself, my first thing I'm always looking for is organization. I want it to be organized to where it's able to be played faster. So my first experience with that was broken token inserts with games like Lords of Waterdeep, which I still have, and then also I had a broken token insert for Imperial Assault, which was kind of a waste because I just never got to play that game, which was a little bit of a bummer because no one wanted to jump into a pre-established role-playing adventure game in the Star Wars universe with me. So I eventually traded that and should be getting a copy of Vindication at some point in the future because of it. But I'm excited to jump into the game again and to re-explore it, 4 years later. But then also, I absolutely love this organizer. I mean, this is just insane. And it's got, awesome side look to it, Arkham Horror, the card game. So this is going to be the top of the box. This is going to be what you see whenever you have it on the table in front of you. And then sides like this is almost certainly going to be the shortest side of the box. And because if you frame that this way, then it's probably the same width right here, potentially. And so that will show you what the game is. And I can't wait to jump into it. There's a bunch of dividers over there in the box that I don't have in front of me that are supposed to help you organize out all the different phases and cycles of it. But to give an additional shout out, because I like him so much, this is from Joe, One Sharp Joe Crafts on Etsy, and he does this for his games. He's currently planning some storage for Marvel United, so I'm excited to see what he does for Marvel United. But stuff like this really excites me. I have his Space Hulk Death Angel box over there that he custom designed for me, which I really enjoy. But I can't wait to open this and build this and then organize Arkham Horror within it. And then as I buy more stuff, I'll have so much space to put it within. So this is Arkham Horror, the card game. It is a living card game, which I know because people helped inform me last time when I couldn't remember what it was. So this is Arkham Horror. Super excited to do it. I don't have any water left. Timestamp for One Sharp Joe. Timestamp for Arkham Horror. Timestamp for the Necronomicon. Little bit of a timestamp for a comfortably deep mug hold. Peace.